Hello everyone, I'm Marshall Hatley, coming to you today from Dallas, Texas at Tangerine Salon, and we're going to talk about the process of going from extremely dark to light and how to get there. I've seen a lot of celebrities lately, the Kardashians, Kylie, Selena Gomez, going from extremely dark to extremely light in what looks like a short period of time, but it's not always quite that simple. It's always fun to keep an eye out for new styles and trends that influencers are setting, but it's always really important to remember a lot of times what you're seeing may not exactly be real. Realistically, it's important to know that sometimes it may take several appointments to get where you want to go, whether that's multiple full highlight sessions every 4 to 6 weeks, or sometimes several bleaching treatments in 1 to several weeks in a row. If it takes longer because you have previous black dye on the hair, it may actually take more than that time as well. Celebrity Selena Gomez recently had the blonding experience, and I would like to tell you a little bit about what she went through on that day. While she may have done it in one singular day, something you may not know is that it was almost a 9-hour process with continual processes of bleaching, toning, deep conditioners, and re-bleaching and toning again to make sure they get the right color. It was a very long day, and I can't even comment on the price that might have been. But it's definitely something that I want to think about and I want you to think about before you make that commitment. It's always best when wanting to make a major change in your hair color to make a consultation appointment first. It gives you and the stylist the opportunity to figure out the best time, the cost, and what the process will be like to go from one extreme to the other. If you're coming in with virgin hair color, that means you've never had color on your hair before. It's a lot easier of a process. But if you're coming in with hair that's already been chemically processed, say with lots of dark dyes, browns or blacks on the hair, the process might be multiple steps. If you don't know that when you book your appointment and you only book one hair color process, you might be a little disappointed into figuring out that you may not get exactly what you want today. One of the things to think about when deciding if you want to go blonde is, what's the condition of my hair like at this moment? Is a bleaching process something that I really want to put my hair through? And if it is, wonderful, we can definitely help you out. But I always want you to make sure you're thinking of the health of your hair first, because healthy and beautiful hair always go together. But let's talk about exactly what you can expect and how long it might take to get there. If we take a look over the years at someone, say like Khloe Kardashian, who has had major changes from dark brown to platinum blonde, one thing you may not always notice is that it actually took almost 2 years to get there. Here's an example of exactly what we can show you happens from the very beginning, dark brown, to blonde, and the process from red to red-orange, to orange-red, to orange-yellow, finally to platinum blonde, and the process that it took to get there. And not only that, if you look really closely, and her haircut today, you can see she actually lost a lot of the process and plays with extensions to enhance the length of her hair. As a client, when you come in and you have previous all-over color on your hair, one thing to know is that it takes more processes sometimes to lift that color out to get to the desired blonde that you want to be. Virgin hair, or hair that hasn't been colored, has nothing blocking it from us being able to lift the color out with a bleach. But if you have dye or color on the hair, those molecules are harder to remove. That's why sometimes you end up with a in-between color of reds, oranges, brasses. It's the process of what happens in between removing that color to get to your desired result. Don't forget, when going blonde, the maintenance of your hair changes as well. Focus on protein and moisturizers as much as possible. Now that you've removed color, it's not about conserving the color, it's about maintaining the health and protein of the hair. The longer you go between appointments, the more work and more maintenance it is for you and your stylist to keep up. A lot of times, extensions are utilized to enhance the blonde color as it's going along, or if the process slightly does damage the hair a little bit. Keeping that included in the cost may be something to think about as well. Well, I hope I've been helpful on your blonding journey, and if you're in the Dallas area, book a consultation with us here at Tangerine. Thanks for joining me.